It's the NFL on EA Sports.
And we'll be watching the Browns, leader at quarterback. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season.
It's the Browns and the Raiders.
And it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 25.
Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The final 4 weeks of the NFL regular season is upon us. Welcome to the home stretch. Welcome to the booth. Mike Tirico with Greg Olsen. Partner, it's week 15. Just feels like a horse race. We're at the top of the stretch. Now it's the sprint for home.
And up until this point, Mike, every team's goal is, can we be in the conversation for the playoffs in this final 4-week stretch? Where here we are. And if you've done that, well, man, there is nothing more exciting than playing NFL football at the end of the regular season when you're in playoff contention. But for those who aren't, this is where you have an opportunity as a player to extend your career, get invited back to training camp next season. A lot of teams' years are made at the end of the year, and a lot of individual players' careers are made down the stretch here in these final couple weeks.
So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Raiders offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
And while I don't think that stat line last week had him up for any sort of awards, if I had to guess, he'd much rather have a modest game and a win as opposed to throwing for a bunch of touchdowns in a loss. The biggest thing that he did, Mike, he took care of the ball. So as long as he continues to do that, they're going to have a chance to keep on winning.
And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. Another run here with Mitchell. And nothing doing on that run. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. We have an early third down coming up. They'll look to throw. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And this is taken in by the defense. The quarterback was on the move, starting to gain some yards, but then he lost the ball. And the fumble's recovered by the defense.
And early on, Mike, it was actually a really good job by the quarterback, extending that play, getting some positive yards with his legs, but he decided not to slide and give himself up. He takes that hit, loses the ball, and now the defense takes over.
The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. They'll be let out, Greg, by their quarterback, a first-round pick in the April draft.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's
Oh, no chance to get rid of that one. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down. He'll drop to throw. Quick throw, out wide, it's caught. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down. Dan Campbell will opt to bring out the field goal unit. This one from 52 yards away. Good snap, good hold, good kick. And the Browns will take a 3-0 lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. The Raiders offense and Elijah Mitchell getting ready for their next possession. We show you the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns. As you can see, he's right up there among the best in the league. The drive will begin with a run by Mitchell. And he'll work his way past the 40. He's tackled after a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. They put Adams in motion. Now, faking the give. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that 2nd down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3-and-out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Now they'll set up to throw. They'll try to set up the screen to Mitchell. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
Good hang time. The fair catch will be made back at their own 12. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Javonte Williams. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They send the tight end in motion. He'll look to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Back to throw. He'll try to run for it. He's going to have a Browns 1st down. It was 3rd and 5, and they picked up 7.
This just kills you as a defensive coordinator. Here you are thinking you're going to get a 3-and-out, get off the field, pick up some momentum for your team, and you allow the quarterback to get loose with his legs, and he's able to pick up just enough on 3rd down to convert, and now you got to go back out and defend a fresh set of downs.
No chance at all. He'll go down.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
They bring a tight end in motion left. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. A throw on the run is complete. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. He'll try and get there on the ground. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass, nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner.
And this time the rush gets home, and down he goes.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, The good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go.
Now, a loose football. It's picked up by one of his teammates.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sack, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. He'll get that to Javonte Williams. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down. The Browns getting their punting team out there. A fair catch taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. He's got the tight end Mayer. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. He's got Myers on the completion. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
And they're going to get the conversion here on 3rd down. He'll bring this up to the 33-yard line. They'll go again with Mitchell. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. And we're back to Cleveland in a minute. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He's got it downfield. Myers the connection. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. He'll look for Mitchell out of the backfield. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. 2nd down and 8. Trying to get it to his tight end, Brock Bowers. 3rd down coming up. This throw right side is caught by Adams. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
Quick throw here is complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll run it over center with Mitchell. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. Looking to keep a promising drive alive in his 3rd and a yard. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He's got a man. That's Myers. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to go backwards on that one. They take him down back at the 6-yard line.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
A give left side for Mitchell. Not a lot of room to work there. Well played by the defense. And they set themselves up for 3rd and goal. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. This caught, and he can only salvage a couple there. Down to the 3, and now it's 4th and goal. Cade York and the field goal unit coming on the field. This about as short as you can get. York's kick is good. And the Raiders will tie the game at 3 apiece.
You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
A good return as he takes it across the 30. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he's been a nightmare for defenses trying to contain him all year. The NFL's leader in rushing yards at the quarterback position. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
Now he'll swing it out to his fullback.
Nice job by the defense there. Took away all the options downfield, and quarterback realized pretty quickly, I got no choice but to check this down, and results in no gain.
On 2nd and 10, they'll try to throw. Quickly to the outside and complete. 11 yards on the pass there. First down, Cleveland. Here comes Williams on the toss to the right. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
And they'll stop him. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yardage, but it didn't gain any here, and now it's going to be 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. The Raiders offense getting set to get back to work. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They put Adams in motion. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Looking middle, and he's got Myers. And he'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll look to throw. Throw over the middle, brought in by Adams.
That's not the type of play that's going to end up on a lot of end-of-the-season highlight reels, Mike. But listen, sometimes those little check-down crossers produce some positive plays. Stay ahead of the chains.
Right back to Adams. He's got it again. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. An unbalanced look to the left here on first down. On first down, right back to Mitchell. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. Two minutes to play in the first half of a 3-point game. We'll have more from Cleveland after this. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. He'll drop to throw. He'll complete it to Adams. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the first down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch. So on these play calls, Mike, on 3rd and inches, typically how it goes is we're going to try to take a shot, then there's a medium zone option, and then the last resort is just pick up the first down with something underneath and get that fresh set of downs. So in this case, he settles for the underneath throw, but it's still enough to pick up the first down.
And this one's going to be a loss of yardage. He's marked out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Push back to the 11-yard line for 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw yet again. That's to the right side and caught by Bowers. And he finds a seam and takes it down to the 3. 3rd and goal. Now they'll set up to throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. Cade York and the field goal unit coming on the field. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Raiders will tie the game at 6. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Browns offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. He keeps it himself. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. The Browns going to use the last of their timeouts now. And it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this first half. Open man, that's Renfro. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. Three for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Browns get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this off.